roster battles, but these guys have competed and they've helped each other, and they're like it's been cool to be a part of it. Just nobody's talking about the battles or fighting for this and that. Guys are just genuinely looking to help each other. And what I tell all our guys is, man, we want all our guys to make the NFL. Right? It may not, we can't keep everyone, but if our guys make another roster, I'm just as excited for those guys because they're still, on their journey of being an NFL player. So, however, we can help those guys, and if we have guys that are making other rosters and feel good about where we are, that means we're letting quality NFL players go.
Seeing in terms of the replacing of Jimmy Ward in terms of safety and how you're going to make up for that for however long he's out.
I don't think you make up for Jimmy Ward's loss. Yeah, he's a very integral part to our defense, very important piece, which allows us to be multiple and do a lot of different things. So it's a significant loss, for our defense. So we have guys competing and battling there, and we'll see, what happens when time comes for week one. But hate to lose Jimmy. We do have some capable guys back there who are competing their butts off to own that spot.
Couple of people in terms of packages and stuff? Or?
Not there yet. So whatever it takes for us to win the game, that's always my mindset. Whatever it takes for us to win the game, that's what we'll do. That's who will be out there. Who gives us the best chance to win the game? That's what it's all about.
Does Moore look like he's making strides as far as just coming back from that injury a year ago?
Yeah, Moore battling back. He's battled through a tough injury. I've been through that injury, know how tough it is to make it back from that. So I understand where he is, but he's battled back. He's done a good job for us, and he's still, headed in the right direction. So I'm happy with where T. Moore is.
Do you have any in-house awards or incentives you do or the DBs coach do for takeaways, like just a fun prize or something like that, anything like that you do?
No, we don't do. I mean, we celebrate our guys throughout camp each and every day. Like during camp, we would, highlight certain guys, and not only just the takeaways, but whoever, we call it our swarm player of the day, whoever was attacking the ball, whoever got turnovers or just had made special effort on certain plays. So a lot of different combinations of things to highlight guys. I like to highlight guys playing our style of ball, whether that's effort, whether it's physicality, whether it's taking the ball. So we like to highlight guys just in all those areas, getting after the quarterback. So not only just taking the ball, but a lot of different categories there as well. But that's how we do it. And the guys are pretty fired up about it, and they like to, have those bragging rights of who's the leader in the house, and that was Fred Warner this training camp.
Speaking of Warner, he had that period earlier last year where he was kind of self-critical of himself and thought he should be doing more, and then his play steadily got better. Have you still seen – is that trajectory still rising in your mind in terms of how he's playing?
It is. I mean, and the way he comes to work every day, he brings energy and juice to our defense every day, and he works his tail off every day. He's out there. He's working hard. He's running sideline to sideline, even when he doesn't have to. But he's showing it. He's putting that on tape to let all the guys know this is how you work. If you want to be the best in the league, like this is how you work. And that's what Fred has exhibited throughout this training camp. And, I think with our younger guys watching the way he works, they're just in awe at times, just the way he's consistently, right, showing up every day, making plays, right, leading the defense, communicating. He does it every day, and he doesn't, get enough credit for it. But Fred has done an outstanding job, and, man, I'm fired up to have him, another year, and he's rolling. I think he's going to have a really good year this year.
In terms of the poking and prodding that he does to maybe even to the offensive guys, which he says is to bring out the best in them. Is he doing even more of that this year in your mind?
He's always done that. Yeah, he's always done that. And, competition brings out the best in everyone. So, when you are in those tough days of camp and Fred is out there chirping, I know the offense doesn't like it, but, I like to see that and like to see how is he going to respond when they do respond, right? How is he going to respond? And it's always in a positive manner. He's the leader of our team. So it's always in a positive, uplifting manner. Fred, his mindset, he just wants everybody on his team to be at their best. and that's why he does the things he does at practice, just to push everyone, not just the defense, but he's pushing the offense and everyone to be their absolute best.
Off the top of your head, do you remember how many days he won that award?
How many days? Oh, I don't, I don't know. You get one day. Yeah, it can be one, it can be three, depending on whatever that total is. But Fred had a lot of them. Bosa had a lot of them. Kerry Hyder. Those three guys they ended up the top three guys for us.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for your time.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Good. What have you been trying to kind of focus in on here the last few weeks, not being able to get out there on the field?
Just really trying to get back into the game, like game reps and stuff, and really trying to get my win back.
It didn't look like, a lot of the times we'd see you running on the side, it didn't look like you'd get very winded anyhow. So, I mean, give us an update. How is your body right now? And
Oh, body's good. Like I say, me running on the sideline is very different from actually being in there. hitting people and going through the line. So just trying to get that back.
You told us earlier in the year that you were going to add some weight, some bulk this year. How has that gone? I mean, at the end of training camp, how do you feel how you've been moving with that added weight?
Been moving pretty good. I'm still dropping now, so by the time week 1 comes around, I'll be ready to go.
How important is it for you this year to, I don't know, do you have a goal in mind of, playing every game, so to speak? I mean, obviously you missed some time last year, and sometimes your running style is that you get all these extra yards, but in doing so, you leave yourself exposed for more hits, and so the hits pile up. And do you think, can you change your running style at all to suit that, or how do you stay healthy, basically?
Really, I ain't gonna never change my running style, but I just got to do the right things in the building, taking care of my body and stuff, getting in the cold tub, hot tub, working with Elliot. He do a very good job with me, so that's something that I started doing now.
Do you think you can kind of limit the number of hits and the kind of hits you take?
Oh yeah, definitely. This year I am focused on trying to make people miss more instead of just running into everybody. So that's one thing I'm working on.
What's the biggest difference moving from Bobby Turner to Anthony Lynn as your running backs coach?
They definitely, really it's no different. They really have the same mindset. Bobby T coach Lynn too, so he know what it is and how we need to do our running back room.
You got to watch the running backs really, take flight in the preseason. Who caught your eye, during that 3-game schedule from your position group?
JP, Todd, they both did a hell of a job of running the ball. So, like I said, we have a full room, and we all could really ball. So,
How were you able last year you didn't have much of a training camp a year ago, but you were ready week 1 to go as a rookie. How were you able to do that?
just even before I came in, just preparing my body for everything. So, even though I got hurt, my body was still in the right shape.
And then just what about mentally and knowing your assignments and everything?
One thing Bobby T did once I got hurt, he went over to screw with me on the side just to keep my head in the game. So he did a very good job of that.
Was that basically the same thing you've done this training camp?
How much of the offseason for you was healing up after that rookie year?
Most of it was healing up, but they did a very good job with me of keeping me even on both ways, like mentally and physically.
Is with Trey coming in at quarterback now, I mean, how important is it that you guys, I guess, are in sync in the backfield in terms of where he might be going with the ball, the handoffs, everything like that?
Oh yeah, it's very important. Me and him definitely got to be on the same page because if he can't hand me a handoff, then it won't work.
How is that going to help in that you got a quarterback back there who's also a threat, and does that take maybe some attention off of you?
Oh, definitely. We got so many weapons, including Trey. So just the scheme that we run, you gonna definitely get confused very quick.
Thank you.
Like for you when we're on Zoom, are you just looking at a screen here?
Yeah, I was
Is that-
looking at the screen.
Cool. Yeah, I see it. How's your second round now with the 49ers going?
It feels good. You know, it's being in a comfortable space. I've been a bit of a journeyman throughout my career, so like to come to a place where it's familiar faces, familiar friends, and stuff like that has been an easy adjustment for me.
What is it about Chris Kasarik? You had a great year under him with Detroit, and then 2020, great year. Did that kind of lure you back, the fact that Chris is here?
Yeah, absolutely. Being a guy that doesn't necessarily have the quote-unquote measurables in the league, you know, you always need somebody to kind of believe in your abilities. You know, Chris has always been that guy to kind of stand on the table for me. So, you know, despite I might not be the 6'5" guy and that kind of thing, he kind of, you know, believes that I can be on the edge and I can make plays out there.
What has this camp been like from the standpoint of you look on both sides of you and, you know, 3 deep, at least on the depth chart, and there's guys who could play?
Man, it's been competition everywhere, you know, and we know it was a lot of hard decisions to make, but as a group, you know, we bonded and we competed with each other and we pushed each other throughout camp, you know. It's only going to make us better individually and make the team better.
Has that at all been a conversation in the locker room that you guys do have so many?
No, not really. We're all pros because we get it, you know. So we come out every day and we try to get better, you know. Our resume is what we put on tape. So any chance we get, we're out there hustling, we're out there playing, and we're just, you know, trying to make our mark somewhere.
How stronger does this defensive front look as opposed to 2 years ago?
I mean, it looks great, but I want to say one thing about potential. You know, it really doesn't mean anything. You know, we got the potential to have a great D-line, one of the best D-lines in the league, but potential only gets you so far. And, you know, I think we set ourselves up with a great camp, and, you know, we're just hoping to carry it over to the season.
How's your camp been?
I feel like it's been good. You know, I've been doing this a while now, so I've figured out ways to, you know, to get my best self out of camp, you know, and kind of work myself into, you know, game-ready shape and be ready. So for me, I just been trying to settling in and getting back right.
DeMeco was just up there and he was talking about the daily swarm awards, and he said that Fred and Bosa and you were the top 3. Even at your experience level in the league, is it fun to hear your name called like that after a day of training camp?
Absolutely, it's competition. You know, I don't get into nothing to lose. You know, so whenever there's competition, I'm trying to compete. I'm trying to make plays, and you know, to get some type of accolade at the end of the day. You know, I think it makes you feel good as a player to be recognized.
I don't know if this is the right phrase, but do you have to trick yourself sometimes into being ready to go during a day, or does that just come natural to you? Like, I'm in practice, I'm going.
I think I was built that way. You know, I was with Chris as a young player, so it was one of those things where it's not a day off. You know, and I've learned that there's no day promised in this league. No matter if you're the highest paid player, no matter if you're the lowest paid player. So you got to take advantage of your opportunity. And I know with cut day coming up, there's only 2,500 jobs out here. So you got to take advantage, and you got to really like put your best foot forward.
Does it impress you that that Bosa, who has every gift you could possibly have, is also like that? I mean, that he, you know, that he has that don't take any plays off mentality and not take for granted mentality.
When players like Bosa, who have every skill set you need, but also have the practice habits, that's when you see greatness. And, you know, and seeing him out there and the way he works and the way the skills he's blessed with and the skills that he works with, it's going to be, you know, the sky's the limit for Bosa. You know, he's gonna be around this league for a long time, harassing quarterbacks.
You guys spend much time together, talking shop, and you know, the veteran, and you know, self-described journeyman, and him coming in as the number 2 pick in the draft, and everything.
I think that's a great thing about our group. We help each other. Like, there's no one too big, no one too small. Everyone takes advice from everyone. Like, when we're watching tape, it's a group discussion. We're out here, we're trying to get each other better, despite what competition we were in with each other. And I think that what makes this team, it makes our group so special.
My recollection is that in 2020, you were mostly on the inside to begin the season, and then you moved to the outside. I mean, have you been doing more outside, more end this year versus tackle?
I've been playing a little more outside, but it's for me it has always been it's kind of get in where you fit in. You know, I've always considered myself a defensive lineman, not necessarily a DN or D tackle. So whenever wherever spot I got to get in and play, that's what I'm able to do.
Thanks, Gary.
Hey, thank you.
Appreciate it.
That's it for today, guys.